I believe that we need to return to common sense in California. We have a governor, and Governor Newsom, who acts more like a king, more like an emperor than a governor. Because whenever he decides that he doesn't like the policy outcome, whenever he decides that he doesn't like the vote, he decides that he's going to change it. And there's more than one way to conquer a country. You could conquer a country militarily or monetarily. And America conquers countries through their military. China conquers countries through their monetary policy, which is what we're seeing through BRICS. So if we don't stand up here in California for the Republican values, if we don't return to conservative values as a country, then we're going to start looking at a system that more closely resembles China, where we have an emperor, and less of a republic, where we have a governor and a president.
Okay, be a good governor and then be a good candidate, okay?
I appreciate that.
Yeah, so how do you, against the communism, okay? Because, right now the Chinese Communist Party is everywhere. So, so how do you against that? How do you avoid that in your, when you're during the candidate?
Absolutely. Well, revolution is local. And so the best response to something like communism or authoritarianism is getting the people activated in the process. And so we need to return to common sense policies. Things like energy. There's no reason why the richest state in the world, in the richest country in the world, where we have abundant resources like lithium, uranium, and oil, why we can't drill here, free up the California economy to be productive, and tap into our rich resources so that we bring down the cost of the pump, start growing the food that we eat here, tap into desalination, because at the end of the day, our policies here in California have the ability to make or break this country. And if we continue to lose economically, what's going to happen is our tech sector is not going to leave San Francisco and LA for Florida or for Texas, they're going to leave for China. And the reason why they're going to leave for China is because they have access to cheap labor, an authoritarian government, and access to all of the natural resources and lithium deposits that they need. So if we're not careful here in California and America, and we don't free up American innovation and American industry, then our industry and our innovation is going to leave this country, and it's going to go to China.
Okay, I like you say, okay, just decoupling some, for the with China, because they have slavery. There's many people in the Uyghurs and Tibet, they do the very cheap job and just $1 per day. Okay, they're in detention, education camp, they do, like unhuman, human, things. That's I'm very happy you say that you want to decoupling with that,
That's
things.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. Unfortunately, there is always a connection between economics and race. And the way that the Uyghurs are being treated in China is the way that black people were treated in this country for hundreds of years. You need to get to a situation where people are getting activated in the process, where we're not giving up on our country, because we know what it looks like when you lose the fight to authoritarianism. It looks a lot like China.
Yes, I still, impressed you said, okay, you want to save, your local energy, everything, right? So if you just, totally, connected with the Chinese Communist Party, so you just like controlled by them, okay?
Oh, sure, this is common sense. The basic pillars of society: water, energy, and defense. Water, you need to grow the food that you eat, right? Energy, you need to be able to power your economy. In defense, you don't have a country if you can't defend it. And what we've done is, instead of returning to common sense, we are starting to blur the lines and talk about bringing in dictators, pleasing the World Economic Forum. And so you end up in a situation where, instead of Governor Newsom tending to his state that he was that he's sworn to serve, and tending to his city that he ran into the ground over the course of 12 years in San Francisco, he decides that the only reason why he's going to clean up his city is to cover the city, get the city cleaned up and cover it in Chinese flags to roll out the welcoming mat for Xi Jinping.
You're right. Okay, so when people right now talking about California, okay, before it was like a golden state, but right now they're looking down of this state. So I'm really happy that the candidate like you, okay, to stand out for the people, stand up for the local California people.
That's
right. So that's that's great for the local people. Yeah.
Thank you so much. We're the golden state. But unfortunately, we become ground zero in the fight against political corruption. We have a situation in this country where we've got 1.7 million veterans in California. And I'm calling on you, step up, get activated in the fight, serve this country again, but in this time, put on a tie.